I talk about it a lot. The things that I see in the world around me. And as I'm sitting here at lunch, there's a young man who walked by and he's just yelling into his phone about how he doesn't get to ever finish his sentence. And this person, I'm watching him, like his body language, I can hear him from about 20 yards away, and my windows are all rolled up. So here's the thing. I don't know who's on that other end. I'm going to just take the assumption, I know it's a dangerous place to go, that that's a significant other to him. May not be a wife, might just be a girlfriend, but somebody he's somewhat invested in. Because if it was casual, I don't think you would have that argument that you never get to hear me, and you still wouldn't be yelling on the phone. The point with all this is, if you are in a circumstance with somebody, be it a relationship, intimate, a job, any position where you feel that you have to yell at somebody to get them to hear you, stop talking to them. I'll say it again. Stop talking to them. It's wild. I know. What's he talking about? What's this guy talking about? Stop talking to him. There are so many other people out in the world that will hear you, that will listen and effectively communicate with you rather than shut you down and have you believe that you don't have a voice. I know. It's wild. It's wild work I'm talking about. That's unheard of. You mean to tell me, Vincent Alfonso Jamal, that if I'm in a relationship with somebody of any accord and this person isn't listening, I should leave and go someplace else where other people will listen to me? It's possible. It's just possible. It is. There's other people out there, other bosses, other teams, other significant others. It's possible. Yeah. Do that rather than be the guy who's standing. It's a beautiful day outside, and this man is this mad yelling on his phone because this person click. I'm getting off that phone right now. I'm gonna enjoy that day, and that might be the last person. Now, was there a time that this guy would have taken this guy's advice? No. The past me? We would have been having that argument. We would have been going back and forth. I would have been at levels that were like just beyond necessary. But here's the beauty. When you get to certain points and stages and you realize and there's maturation and growth in place in life, I don't know if you can hear him. I can hear him. I mean, he is stiff and tense and his body's doing this as he's yelling on his phone. Don't put yourself through that. That is cancerous. That's poisonous. That's the toxicity that everybody says. And I don't even subscribe to a lot of that stuff because the levels of being able to diagnose people as narcissists and things like that, we don't know. I mean, we know that people can be selfish and things like that, but we are not here to be able to clinically diagnose people. What we do need to do is be able to just diagnose people in real time and say, I don't like what you're doing. I don't know what the clinical name for it is. Probably somebody smarter than me wrote it into a book, but what I do know is I don't like the way that you're moving right now. I don't like the fact that you feel that I don't have a voice to be heard or it's not valuable enough. There's a lot of disrespect peppered into that. And young men, take that to heart. Take that to heart. I don't know how women will perceive that. That's a different package. But as humans, both genders, we should certainly be able to give ourselves that respect. So if you don't have somebody who's willing to listen to you, who's willing to tell you, I'm going to take the moment to listen because you listen to me, this is abusive. This is both ways. And you know where it's abusive most? It's mostly self-abusive. If we stand here and take it, we're doing it to ourselves. Because this person is physically not in front of them to where they can continue to follow him and harangue him or hold him down or anything else. It's none of that. This is self-abuse. And we've all done it. We've all kept ourselves in circumstances that we knew we needed to get out of. And again, whether it was professional or personal, however you want to divide that, it doesn't even have to be with a lover. It can just be with a loved one. And what we just saw, a lot of people who had problems dealing with family members over politics recently. That's just as dangerous. That's just as dangerous to leave yourself in that circumstance. You never want to allow yourself to get to this point. Never allow yourself to get to this point. Do not continue to react. Respond. Reaction is explosive. Respond. But response is logical. Response has stoicism. Response means it's thought out. This is a reaction. This is a reaction. This is like a bee sting to somebody who is allergic to bee stings. He is immediately blown up and hard to breathe, and he's having a reaction. And for those who know what I mean, he needs like an EpiPen of life to like really calm these sort of circumstances down in this reaction right now. This is not healthy. This is what shortens lives. This is what gets people put into incarceration at times. This is what makes people regret decisions that they made decades later because they're still paying the price for something that may have escalated. I'm not saying he's going to go out and do something horrific. I'm just saying many people will tell you that that's what happened and that's how they got to that place. Guys, don't do this. Don't do this. He's asking that person on the phone why. You should be asking yourself why. Why am I allowing that this is the response that I will have? That this is what I will accept for myself. That's not necessary. Get to caring for yourself first. And there is a great place to be when you are talking about self-love. Just make sure we don't cross that line into selfish. But this is a man who's in torment. He's being flipped around. I'm a person, not your slave. This was an argument. He's talking about shoes. This person is yelling at him over him not putting his shoes, and he said, I mess up. I'm human. And that's not enough. Guys, this is such a base level thing to not allow these don't even make sense that you are arguing this hard. You're arguing this hard over something that matters this much. If this person isn't willing to say, honey, or dude, whatever, you forgot your shoes, I put them over for the side for you, or whatever. Man, I need this guy to get out of this. He needs for him to get out of this. This is bad. And there's probably maybe it goes back and forth, but whatever is going on right now in this man's world is a world he doesn't need to be in, because he's in a world of pain right now. He's telling this person, I don't know if you could hear it, I mess up sometimes. I'm human. These were some of his words. And this is over shoes being put in the wrong place. And he said, I need you to help get me there. This man is asking, I'm going to just continue to assume it's a significant other. He is asking this person to help him out. if the person that you have chose to lay with, choose to give this much energy and attention to, is not willing to help you with something as simple as shoes, get out. It's a red flag. It's beyond a red flag. It's just a red world. You're on Mars at that point. Get out. Do not stay in something like that. This is terrible. And then I'm not sure if the person hung up and now he's calling back because he's just standing there now. He's not arguing anymore. So I think he got hung up on and now he's just calling back. I'm just assuming. But the argument has stopped. And he's not talking. He needs to be talking to himself. Not into a phone. He needs to be talking to himself. And again, I think we've all been there on some level. Guys, what are your thoughts on something like this? What's your ace up the sleeve, your advice, your comment, your experience? This is tragic to watch. This is tragic to know that this young man's going through this. And if I can, on my way in, I may offer just a word of support. If he's still there. I mean, if he's still within range, I will. But guys, don't allow this for yourselves. And when you see it happening to people around you, encourage them to not let them take that. It's not worth it. And if you know them and you have their confidants, to be able to sit down with them and just give them a little bit, because we can't make people make the decisions that we see, but just give them the reminder, you're worth more than this. And it's not about dumping on that other person. I would just say, dude, you're worth more than this. Please don't put yourself in this position. It's got nothing to do with that other person. We react, or we act how we act. Somebody can say something to me all day, and I'm at a point where, okay, if that's what you think, but you have no proof to it. This guy is being triggered and just sent off the rails over something like this. And I could hear him say it's been the past few days. He's not getting through. This person is completely controlling him by allowing him to blow up that much and then disconnect from him. And then he's now stuck in some place not there. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. Again, I'd like to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Stuff like this is serious. And for young men, it's very serious. For young women, it's serious as well. But I don't want to get into speaking to what women go through, because I don't go through it. Maybe it's a whole different level, and the way men and women treat each other can be different. So I'm going to speak to humans, but because I was a young man, this is who I would reach out to in a message like this. But I'm sure it can apply for everyone. So ladies, if you're watching this, let me know what your thoughts are as far as this end of things. But please, share your thoughts, share your experiences. It doesn't even have to be you just say once upon a time or something, but share something that somebody reading this, going through it, who's too embarrassed to admit it, or just needs to hear some real wisdom, will be able to say, you know what, that's me, and here we go. Yeah, I think he's either talking to somebody else, or I'm not sure, but that's the other part. Find support system. Find the people who are going to talk to you, with you, and allow you to kind of get the poison out, if it were. And sometimes, guys, as that support system, also know when the best thing that you can do for somebody is to remind them they might need more qualified help. I can help somebody with, a bleeding, scrape on their arm, but I can't help somebody with a, vein that is, spurting blood. I can help stop the bleeding, but they need more qualified help, if that makes sense. So we can help people, but we got to know when it's beyond our limitation, and maybe just, support them in getting help from there. I'm going to leave it at that, but would like to know what your thoughts are. Again, ace up the sleeve, advice, comment, experience, leave it in the comments. Subscriptions to the channel are free, and let's build a community that can support each other. Hey man, hang in there. Okay, don't take that. You're worth more. As always, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. And
thanks, man, for saying that stuff back there. I really appreciate it.
no, absolutely, man. And if you see me and you're going through it, just let me know, man, because we shouldn't be out here alone doing that, you know. So it hit me, so I feel you.
Thanks, man. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Everything, I really do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Anytime. You have a great day.
Have a great one. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And as always, subscriptions and videos. So stick around.